Alright, welcome back everyone. Here is a game that was sent to me several weeks ago by, I don't know how to pronounce it, Koj Pratozor. I'm just going to call him Koj. And it's against the Zizibek, which you've seen before on the channel here. Both these guys are pretty high rated, and I think since this game, Koj has gone up to be closer to 700 elo now. And so I figured I'd take a look at these two games, at this game between these two players, since I've been taking a little bit of a break from playing Terraforming Mars. I got a little too stressed out from having to lose 20 elo every time I lost against like a 300 level player. So I need to take a minute to cleanse my mind and get back into it. But for now, we'll just do this replay video and see about a video of mine next week. Um, So, looking at this hand, two mid-tier corps, I don't have any problem with Saturn or Inventrix here. I lean Saturn slightly, because you have some Titanium plays in hand, and Inventrix's 3 cards aren't really doing a lot, nor is the ability doing a lot right now. I would not call this a good hand. It's kind of mediocre to bad, but I do see a really nice combo here of Extreme Cold Fungus and Regolith Eaters. Now, this is not great, either of these cards on their own, but together in the opening hand in a base game, I think it's good enough. So, these two together is going to be 32 mega credits. That means we can keep 3 other cards if we're going to go Saturn, which is what I want to go. And so, if I were to take 3 other cards, I would take Biomass, Herbivores, and Big Asteroid. Callisto is just not that efficient, even though we are Saturn. We're not particularly rich. Biomass for raising the oxygen quickly can be very devastating, especially if we're up against an eco line. And Herbies is just decent point scoring, and an animal tag is always nice to have, and Big Asteroids are titanium dump. And so that's what I would do. What he does is Inventrix going the same core idea, but he's skipping the biomass. I think skipping biomass is a bit of a mistake because getting that 6% could be really, really good. But I do like that he also went the Regolith and Extreme Cold Fungus combo. Well, Inventrix draws Research Outpost, so I guess Inventrix was correct. Better lucky than good, as they say. Soletta would be really interesting if we had Preludes and could afford to play this thing. But we can't afford Soletta and play Extreme Cold Fungus and Regolith, and I think that this is better than going for Soletta. And yeah, we do the Regolith and Extreme Cold Fungus line, and Sizzy there with Thorgate does Strip Mine, so Oxygen is flying this game. Pretty good opener there for Thorgate. And I like that we didn't get distracted on Research Outposts. The 1 TR here is much more important than saving 2 cash. I think you take Virus here because this is a weak pack, but Virus is much weaker in general because Strip Mine and Regolith means the oxygen is flying, and so plants are not something you want to invest too heavily in unless it's efficient plants. Definitely indentured in this set. These don't matter because they're not very efficient cards to begin with, and we don't have power and we don't have heat, so I would just take Mag Fueled, I guess, because Thorgate. Okay, Tropical Resort's fine. Like I said, it doesn't matter. I'm trying to explain some of my cards. Some of you guys have said I'm not explaining why some of these cards are what they are. I kind of talk about it all in my Prelude and tier list, where I discuss all the cards in the Prelude format, and most of those evaluations hold true also to base game. So some of these cards you'll know are D or F tier in my guide, and that's why I just kind of say, they're not good, and just leave it at that. I'll try, though, to discuss about why a card isn't good in this situation if it normally is good. I agree with taking 2, though Virus is a bit of a bait. You could skip it, just because I don't think we're going to see many plants from Sizzy with this game state, but it's 2 mega credits of speculation. Probably fine. He also keeps 2 cards. So 7 cards to 6 cards. He just passes. We do the Regolith. combo, and we pass. And I like that a lot. Why did we pass here? Because we're not going to play anything after Research Outpost, so we should wait and see if we get something more efficient in terms of like Mars U or some more discounts that would make us want to do Research Outpost. And man, once again, rewarded for going Inventrix. That science tag's paying off huge because we just drew AI Central. So definitely take that. Here I would lean towards Escarpment just because our opponent has Steel, but Fish is okay, Rover is okay. I would lean this though, just to avoid him hampering any further development of ours. But he takes Fish and it's defendable, but like I said, I don't think many plants are coming from Sizzy here. Here, I think it's a clear Ants, and I think you should buy Ants. And the reason is because oxygen is going up quickly, and once oxygen goes up, what's Regolith Eaters doing for you? And once that's done, do you really want the one plant from Extreme Cold Fungus when oxygen is maxed? No, I say. I say you buy the ants, and you play the ants, and then you use the ants to eat from your Regolith Eaters, and then put the microbes on the Extreme Cold Fungus. I think ants is a fantastic 1.5 point scoring card here once oxygen maxes, which looks very quick compared to the rest of the parameters right now. But instead he takes land claim, and I think that is a big mistake, personally. Land claim is not good enough with the oxygen flying. Board is not going to be as contested as heavily, so this is not as good as Ants is in this situation with the combo that we've got. He just takes AI, and certainly some value from that because we do want to play Research and AI here. So I do like the restraint, but I think I really would have thought about the ants there. And that's kind of where if we'd skipped Virus, we could afford keeping the ants, because then we could have SP Power AI, which is what he calculated and why he didn't take ants. But if we'd skipped Virus, we could have bought the ants and then done the AI play. So I don't disagree with his decision to skip it, but just showing how these little reads of the game of, I don't think this is quite good enough, could result in being able to keep even better cards later on, like Ants. It is weird to say Ants is a really good card, but I think it is. Okay, Olympus Conference, restricted area from Sizzy's, very good. We do the SP Power AI, certainly worth doing, though Ants would have been good. Okay, now NRA. Honestly, kind of a terrible NRA, because we have no plants and oxygen is flying. But Shuttles is looking pretty good because oxygen is flying. One of the things I like about Terraforming Mars is how you can get these weird game states where good cards are kind of bad and bad cards are kind of good. So he's done. Koj does the combo. Better lucky than good. That's all I can say about that. Not to disparage his skill, but sure is nice to get anti-grav handed to you with 4 science right here. So yeah, we take that. Yeah, water import from Europa, probably best just to prevent Sizzy from having a scoring engine with Joves, though flooding isn't bad either for the 2 cards. Personally, I would lean towards the flooding, but I understand trying to cut away a major source of scoring when you have a very dominant discount draw engine. Fuel Factory, it's not much. The Ocean doesn't matter that much, and he is Thorgate. I would rather just take the Fuel Factory here. Takes the Ocean. I don't think it matters a lot, but I think Fuel Factory is slightly better because of Thorgate. I would just take Anti-Grav. Yep. Restricted area, flooding on 2 cards. Yeah, it's a little unfortunate. That's why I probably would have taken the flooding there, so he wouldn't get those 2 cards. And now he's up to 15 cards, so he's real close to being able to take Planner. Doing the combo, we're at 6% already. Okay, Standard Tech, interesting. So Thorgate can kind of abuse Standard Tech because it makes their SP powers now cost 5 mega credits effectively, which is pretty good. Lagrange, even closer to the AGT. And now some of you might be like, oh, I'm shutting this off. I see where this is going. I promise it gets closer. I don't know how. It's been several weeks since I looked at the game, so I forgot. But I just know it is a close game. So let's keep watching. And since he does do that SP power for 5 mega credits in Fuel Factory, which is why I would have taken the Fuel Factory over the ocean, since you already passed flooding, but it's fine. I think farming is not as good as it normally would be because heat is lagging and oxygen is leading so much. I would just take the ice asteroid. We have the big asteroid, and he has plenty of titanium. Yep. Space station is great when you already have like shuttles and anti-grav, just the discounts stack on the discounts. Yep. These cards don't matter. I would take away power from Thorgate. Yep. And I would keep these 2 cards here. You could consider keeping all 4 cards because that would get us Planner, but I am not convinced that Planner is good enough to buy 2 kind of bad cards here. But let's see what he does. Okay, it looks like he does not want to go after it, which I think is perfectly valid. Viral enhancers, my goodness, AI is drawing hot today. It's a giant ice asteroid from Lagrange. Okay, I'm gonna have to see how this game stays close, because holy cow, those are some draws right there. Alright, Planner, that definitely explains part of it. It's a little awkward now, because if we raise the oxygen, then he gets the bonus, but I think it's wrong to stall it out. I would still go forward with the TR plan myself. I think it's a little weird to add the microbe to regolith here. So I wouldn't do that route. You hate to pass investment loan because it's very good for us, but I think the probe goes too well with getting anti-grav on immediately, so I think you have to take probe. He takes loan, which I think is valid, but it could just delay anti-grav a little longer. Though the way he's been drawn from that AI, maybe not. I think methane is pretty good for Sizzy here. Though with wife cut, it might be just Immigrant City, just because he has such cheap power and some steel. But again, cities aren't that good either. I think I would go City because it plays towards Mayor, but it's close. Yeah, and that would cut the wave power. Yeah. Alright, and he didn't care about methane at all, so clearly that was correct. Of these cards, I'm not even sure I'd keep Immigrant City, to be quite honest. I would definitely keep Loan. I guess you can keep Immigrant, but you could also completely skip it. I lean skip. Okay, he takes Wave Power too. I think Wave Power is a little optimistic. Windmills is about to come on. We're going to use that for the shuttles. But I guess he wants one for Immigrant City as well. Eh. Okay, Comet comes down. Pretty good card. Alright, well, there we go. We got our science tag anyway. Like I said, he's been drawn hot. I assume it's a he. Could be they, she, I don't know. I'm using the default he. Please correct me, Koj, if that is incorrect. Windmills, yeah, pretty good. Though I would like to get anti-grav down before I do the windmills. I'm a little confused. I guess it's because we need something to copy with the robo. Sure, that's fine. Okay, another card draw. So now Sizzy has equaled our card draw, which is good for him. Okay, yeah, robo on the windmills, which is more reason why I don't like the wave power pickup. I didn't think it was very necessary, but yeah, so now we got the anti-grav ready, and then we get Saboed and then he nuke zone. So good cards on his side too. Certainly can't complain about those. Luckily for us, we still have enough money to play the anti-grav. And we are stalling to make sure we get the bonus oxygen, I guess. I don't know how he gets the bonus oxygen with 8 cash and 1 titanium. Protected Valley would do it, actually. Maybe we're playing around Protected Valley. Cartel. Okay, now there's no way I know of that he could take it. So I don't. I don't see the need to one action like Koji's doing here, but whatever. Alright, Sissy passes. Now we do the regular thing. You can take asteroid mining, you can take livestock. I think both are valid. I would probably do asteroid mining just because we're not really getting a lot of plant prod anytime in the future, I'd say. He takes livestock, perfectly valid. Oh, hey, there's some plant prod. Alright, but you gotta take the media because our hand is stacked with media targets here. Food factory because he can't play preserve. Yeah, and we get moss back, lovely. So that kind of does reward the livestock play a little bit here. So you could do moss, livestock, media, and then just dump our hand with events. I think that's perfectly fine here. I don't understand why you take moss and not livestock though, especially a first pick livestock. I think I would take an asteroid mining if we weren't planning on the livestock, but alright, we raise oxygen, we get the bonus, we draw cards, get special design, okay. Says you're just drawing cards too. So now we get to do the media shenanigans, media and mineral deposit. What are we mineral depositing? Immigrant City? I don't think Immigrant City is very good here. Space station, shuttles, okay. Yeah, those seem good. Protected halves from Sizzy, alright. Extreme cold fungus, loan, alright. Medlab's pretty good, so that gets him up to 5 science tags, and it's a pretty weak Medlab otherwise, though he did pay for it mostly in steel. So I would have to guess mass converters coming down here. Alright, Ice Asteroid, pretty good to get down. We take 2 plants and 2 TI, I think that's fine. Yeah, I'm not really loving the Immigrant City play. It takes away some of our power, takes away some income for us, and I don't think there's going to be many cities this game, though it does put him a little towards mayor, so that maybe that's his thought process. I think I'd rather just push towards Terraformer with Giant Ice Asteroid, personally. Like, next gen, you just have Big Asteroid, Giant Ice Asteroid, and you got Terraformer, so I think stretching for mayor's a little much here. Moss, sure. It's fine to get down. Mining area is pretty nice here. Earth office could be pretty good too. I lean towards mining area just because you get 6 back from playing it, but Earth office is pretty scary to pass. Yeah, alright. I think Media Archives is going to kind of pop off this game, especially if with Earth Office passed, I don't want to give it back to him. It does suck to get energy tapped, but I would still take it, yeah. Alright, I'm aligned with so far, then I do Lichen. I'm not sure I would keep Lichen. I am aware we have nitrogen-rich asteroid. We get Heather back too, I guess. With Heather, it's a good enough reason to keep 4 here, but I don't know, not very good. Oh, sorry, my dog must see a scary bicycle going by or something right now. Alright, we buy 4. I think 4 is a little greedy. I don't think NRA is quite good enough to invest a lot into, but it's not bad either. It's okay. Energy tapping, yeah, we knew that was coming, but I think Archives is going to be better overall. Okay, some Joes. With the massive space discounts we already have, not bad. Hopefully we don't get escarpmented. We did pass him the escarpment a while back, which is why I said I'd have taken it. So, we'll see. Alright, so what does he find from his card draw? He doesn't like it. He draws from restricted area as well. Continue doing the combo. Seems pretty good. Virus. Um, just to get the plant and cash back. Okay, sure. Alright, there comes the mass converter and the Earth office. So, correct read there. Though, what do you play that last gen? I guess he just found it. Alright, auction's going up. Playing special design for Heather to get the NRA online, I suppose. Alright, that's a pretty good industrial center. Space elevator, wow. I guess he's decided he needs to scale because he's not going to beat us in a quick game. Seems a little weird to play Gen 8 Space Elevator, but there is no heat control, so it makes some sense. So yeah, there's the header. So yeah, I guess we're going for the NRA here. It's good enough, I suppose, since we have the viral enhancers as well. Though since he has the decomposers, I would say ants, but he has protected habs, so it doesn't factor into that any. And so yeah, we do drop the NRA. Alright, so we have 7 plant prod, but the problem is our regolith eaters has eaten up a lot of the plant prod track. So ultimately this is some point scoring, but it's much, much weaker than it would normally be. So this is not the power play you would normally expect. It does get us close to Terraformer though. He is close to Builder with 6 building tags. I think you have to assume he gets Builder. And we are getting either Terraformer or Mayor, but not both. Because we went this line. Yeah, there's the commercial district, so I think he's definitely going to be getting Builder. Vesta Shipyard. Like I said, it's okay because space is discounted so much, but we might be getting Asteroid Mining Consortium here. It's a little late to develop Titanium Prod, but it's okay. I think it's cheap enough. I'd be alright with it. Honestly, pets might be better than bushes in this game state, but I think I would still lean bushes. But you could definitely make an argument for pets since he has the Earth office as well. I would just take the power. I don't think photosynthesis is good enough for him, and lichen's not really good enough for either of them. Yeah, I don't think there's much value in the photosynthesis. I mean, yeah, he has the Olympus Conference, but he doesn't have any more science payoffs to find, so the science tag only matters for scientists. And he gets an extra 3 off of the geothermal, so I would just take that one personally. But whatever, it's fine. So we convert our plants, we can take Terraformer if we want, but we fund Landlord. Okay, there's one benefit to getting 7 plant prod. But we're not exactly winning Landlord here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a bit of a sketchy Landlord, to be quite honest. We don't know where Birds is. We don't know where, no, we do know where Biomass is. I don't know. I still think it's a bit sketchy of a Landlord. I'm not a huge fan of this at all. So Sissy takes Builder, plays Dev Center, so now he's beating us in card draw. Space Mirrors is pretty bad, but we got it, so you might as well. So yeah, might have a chance for it to be used at some point because it is free, so it is essentially a power for cost now. So being drawn randomly, it's not that bad in compared to other alternatives that we could have drawn, like Underground Debts. Then Nitro Moss, yeah, it gets us more plant prod, but it's just so slow. It's Gen 9, Oxygen's almost max, like, eh. Alright, Space Elevator, and then drawing the card. Doesn't like the card, though. Oxygen continuing to go up. Then he adds a plant from his Extreme Cold Fungus, like, ew. I get why he's doing it. We still have the microbes on regolith, I believe. Let me switch to synthetic, like someone showed. So we still have one microbe on regolith, and so what I think he's thinking about is if we find like imported nitrogen or something, we could dump the microbes on here, or we can just add it next gen if we need to. But if all the oxygen gets taken, there's no point in having an extra microbe lying around, which is a fine, valid thought. But it's just why I liked ants more, because now we could be getting 1 point a turn instead of 1 plant. One plant's not that great. Alright, so Terraformer is taken. Makes sense. And we're done. So now Sizzy does the imported hydrogen. That's a great card. Get some of the plants to get a conversion. And now Landlord is tied. Ecological zone with decomposers. Pretty good. Birds. There's that birds I was talking about. Pretty good. Like, that's kind of the downside of developing plant prod when oxygen's already flying, is now you're just opening yourself up to getting birds. So, oof. So, we'll see about the small animals. Oh, that was one I should have thought about earlier. So, yeah, Deco Eco Bio package really wreaking havoc on our plants here. Yeah, this could get bad. I think you take the lava flows. It's a tile, and it pushes the game pace along, which I think benefits you. Invention contest is really good. Radcam's pretty good as well, though. I'd still do lava flows here. Alright, he takes contest. Contest is fine, but I would want to find a card like lava flows from contest, so I would just take the lava flows here. I would take import of advanced GHG. Yeah. Lava Flows comes back. He took Ganymede Colony. He's concerned about the Jove threat. Again, I think that's... I don't quite understand that. I think the Lava Flows just has a lot of value here. So, take that back. I don't really see the point of keeping the GHG. Yeah, it's 2 mega credits for 2 heat prod, but it's Gen 10. We have big, giant, and Lava Flows already. I don't think this is going to be doing that much for us. In Gen 12, when the game's going to end, we're going to get our heat prod anyway. So I think this is a bad buy. Alright, Sizzy's drawn and selling. He has equal us in engine, I would say, though we have the discounts in our favor. Urbanized area is good for helping fight Landlord. And we get the last oxygen as well with our plant conversion, so can't be upset about that. Business Network, he likes the card he finds, and he draws some more. What did we find from Invention Contest? Guess we take the business contacts now. Card draw begets card draw. And now we can business contacts. Okay, IO and Magnetizer? Pretty bad contacts here, so yeesh. Arky? Oh my gosh, Arky is still playable. You're right. Oh, I forgot. It was Gen 10, but we're still at minus 20. So, yeah, sure. Take the Arky, I guess. 3-4 plant prod isn't that bad when we have Landlord funded. Yeah, Lava Flows. I would do on the card versus the steel and the cash, honestly, but it's fine. I just think when you have discounts, more cards is usually better, so I'd have gone over there. Uh-oh, Mars University alert. There's lots of cards to cycle right now. Research, uh-oh. Mars University Olympus alert. That is 5 cards Sizzy's drawing right now. That is scary. That is real scary. Alright, so we play the Heat. I don't think the Heat's good enough, personally. Big Asteroid is good enough. I definitely like playing the Big Asteroid here. Making progress towards ending the game. We get our plant from the ECF. We play the Giant Ice Asteroid too. Sure. Might as well put them all down. Yeah, so I do like this placement here because we don't want to give the commercial district placement. And the alternative could have been down here, but then we miss out on 2 plants, and we have access to the bottom here, so I like the placement of the oceans right here. Permafrost, yeah. It's good since the heat requirement's met. You have the media group, play the bushes. Okay. Bushes is fine, even though it's not great. Personally, I'd have just taken the 2 plants here. keep Sissy from being able to steal it from us, but that is fine as well. Gives us more access to the top, so definitely defendable. Gotta take the local heat trapping here. I don't think the rest of these cards are doing that much. Though Plantation is a little annoying with the Deco and Eco. But local heat trapping goes to his birds, and yeah, I don't think he necessarily wants to be pushing heat right now. Yeah, so I agree. Well, Arctic Algae would have been nice a while ago, but Gene Repair now. Bad suits ain't doing that much. I think I would take the Mohole area just because Landlord is still contested somewhat, 8-6. But okay. I mean, I don't think Mohole's that great either, but bad suits ain't doing much. Alright, we're converting our greeneries. Poor Herbivore's not getting any value, though. It is a little dubious if you would want to Herbies yourself in the position when you're fighting for Landlord, but just sad. But it just goes to show you that when you see like Strip Mine and Regular Theaters in the opening, like your opponent's probably not investing in Plant Prod. And I think us investing in Plant Prod might have been a mistake as well. Alright, the bad suits is being played. If you're wondering why I'm calling it bad suits instead of rad suits, it's because the card is generally not very good. It is generally 9 mega credits for 1 point and 1 mega credit production. So you're overpaying for it at the beginning and end of the game. But when you have some discounts, it does become a little better. Getting our 1 plant. Sad. It's just not very efficient. Ooh, Earth Catapult alert. Okay, it's really late, Gen 11, but he has 18 cards in hand, so if he has time to play it, it could be pretty good. Alright, standard asteroids. We want out. Well, I don't blame you. And what he's kind of doing here is he's kind of setting up the bonus as a temptation. Like, hey, Sizzy, you want the oxygen bonus, don't you? Don't you? And so he takes the 2 heat. I said oxygen. You want the ocean bonus. So he takes the 2 heat, gets the ocean, but now we end with 4 SP asteroids next gen. That's kind of what he's trying to do. So good try. I don't think Sizzy's gonna fall for it though. Alloys comes down. So titanium looking a lot scarier. Mining rights. Alright, Landlord continuing to be fought. Small animals. Uh-oh, large convoy. Yeah, he doesn't want that heat. He's got it from the large convoy. Boom. 7-point card. Oh, kelp farming. Okay, so remember how I said, ooh, that Landlord looks really dubious to me? Yeah, it's looking a lot more dubious. So suddenly Sizzy is looking like he is beating us on the engine side of things with the alloys and the Earth Cat and the card draw. And we don't have the heat to end efficiently. We might be stuck here, and now if we have to just be SPing greeneries, then that means that we can't end the game. And if we're trying to end the game, that means that Sizzy can fight us on Landlord. So it's looking real scary right now. So he converts with Noctis Farming, plays the Building Industries, looking like he's going to try and... Yeah, it's just a good play anyway, when you have alloys, but also makes Miner much more fundable. Scientist isn't fundable, Thermalist isn't fundable, Banker isn't fundable. No awards are left to be funded for us in this position. Lightning Harvest, pretty good when you're discounted in your Thor gate. Symbifungus for the Decomposers, yeah, I like it. Alright, yeah, you gotta... I understand what he's thinking with the Optimal, but you can't give your opponent Interstellar Colony Ship. Optimal doesn't even work with anything in our hand here. I would definitely take ICS here. I think that is a huge blunder. Okay, immediately rewarded by getting Tech Demo, but... I mean, even then, yeah, I don't want to give him Eos Chasma. He has the Eco-Deco combo. Let's do these synthetic to look at these resources more. So it gets a progress towards another point on both eco and deco, and then it goes on birds. Like, that's really good value. And he has alloyed steel. Like, yeah, he could take the tech demo, but Eos is so good for him. You're gonna lose here. Okay, he takes that, defendable, but I think I would kind of lean to Eos because that's about as point efficient as you can get. But we just passed him two hugely point efficient cards in the ICS and the Eos here. But yeah, buy those two and pray we find a space event to bail us out with for taking this optimal over that ICS, which was just frankly absurd. Okay, grass is okay, but it's not really good. The nice thing is we don't really have to worry about our plants being killed, because any plants being killed means the heat gets pushed and we can end. And since mining expedition and virus are out, so yeah, it's good on him to notice you don't have to force it. Those aren't the cards you're looking for. Definitely think the ICS was the better pick. Alright, well now that Plant Prod exists, we can go ahead and play our Herbies at least. Start getting some points. That is our first animal. Boy, I hope he doesn't have predators. That would be annoying. Drawing cards. And then S-Ping asteroids. Okay. Yeah, we are SPing out, but is it enough? We do have the archives giving us massive value, so maybe it's enough. Ooh, the advanced ecosystems for 5 points for Sizzy. That's huge. Caretaker contract. Oh, getting to use the heat without having to push game pace. Nice. Yeah, it definitely looks like we're trying to end here. And could it be a big brain optimal aero braking for the local heat trapping heat so that we could use that? It's bigger brain than I ever thought of, but I don't think it's worth passing our opponent a 4-point card, personally. Ooh, hired raiders, but he took steel. Ooh, I don't think you can take steel in this position. When your opponent's S-Ping asteroids trying to end, I think you're supposed to take money from them. Because that way it can maybe stop him from ending. Because he's real close to ending already. He's just 4 cash offers, so. Imported nitrogen is very strong, though. Okay, Noctis City. So it makes sense why he took the steel, because it helps pay for more. But if it lets him end when he couldn't end before, then it feels kind of bad. But yeah, it definitely looks like he has the end right now. SP Asteroid and Meteor Archives will be enough, so maybe Steel was correct with that read. And a conversion, so Landlord just down by 1, looking scary. Another SP Asteroid. Mangrove, okay, we're tied. That is a good mangrove. Greenhouses, uh-oh. Alright, converts to 4 cash back. Alright, so local heat trapping is played. That gets the 4 plants for another conversion, so we are defending, opening up a nice city spot there. Draws TG, so, okay. That doesn't really help either of us very much. Farming coming down, so he doesn't have ICS, or he can't afford to play it. Farming does not make up a point on decomposers. It doesn't make up a point on ecozone. It does maybe get another greenery, which Landlord is tied right now. So if it gets another greenery, it is better than the ICS here. Oh, but no, not enough for another greenery. So I think in this position, he had enough money for the ICS. Could he? I didn't miss him playing it, right? Yeah. So maybe if we had enough money for ICS, we could get 2 more points. Landlord's being lost, so it wasn't any good there. So I think it depends what the rest of the hand was. I'm not sure. What move of this is the game? 712? Might go back at 710 and check Sissy's hand after this. But okay, with Media Archives played, we can now SP the last asteroid, which I guess means that we are confident we're winning. It looks like we weren't playing with live score enabled, but it just wasn't updating right there. Alright, so yeah, we can see Sissy's up by 10 points, but that's because Landlord is tied. He's losing 5 points here. We can play the breathing filters, or Phobos, okay. That's 3 points. And then convert for the greenery. That flips the Landlord. So Landlord was barely defended. It was super close there. And the score is tied. 96 to 96. But 65 mega credits means that they win. So well calculated. Media Archives coming in huge for us with being able to end here. But definitely Sizzy had a fantastic comeback, finding a bunch of the top scoring cards in the game and managing to claw back after that disgusting start with -3 and AI Central so early on. So well played. Let us go back and look from his perspective and go to move 710. It can take a while to do that. So I will use the magic of editing here and see you guys in a minute. Alright, so we're back after the magic of editing. So yeah, Sizzy had some very good cards in hand here. So yeah, I definitely understand the logic on Sizzy's part right here, because you certainly want to play the interstellar colony ship. But you also know you're getting 4 titanium that's alloyed in next gen, so you really want to wait till next gen to use all the alloyed titanium to play it. And you're up 11 points, so you're kind of thinking, I kind of got it, but you're tied on Landlord, and since you couldn't get another one, you know that you're really only 5 points ahead. So in this situation, basically, you either flat out win next generation, because I think with the eco and deco and birds and all that good stuff, there's just not enough real scoring here. Or alternatively, they have Media Archives, and with that, then they have a chance to win because it's a massive Media Archives. And so I think you're supposed to play out your maximum amount of points, but I will say that's really easy to say. It's in retrospect, with the benefit of looking at it, knowing that you're effectively missing out on 2 points, and that the 2 points could really matter. It seems hard to believe because they got Media Archives. They say get an extra 20 cash. They still have to SP, right? So that means they still have to basically find some points for relatively cheap. And unfortunately, they did, because they get an Herbivore's point coming in, so that's 2 points. The 5 points is going away. You get 1 from the asteroid, so that's 7, 8. Yeah, so then you just need to find 3 points, and so something like Phobos is enough to get them a tied win. So yeah, I think if you calculate all that out, you're supposed to play the ICS. We could have done it, but hard to fault them. Obviously, farming is better if it goes another gen, but I think you just calculate that it's winning for you if it goes another gen anyway. So just play the ICS. Also, look at this cards drawn, 22 from the deck, left in the deck, impressive. That means that probably next gen it would have been close to a deck out. 8 cards, 10 cards, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, like 8 cards left. City down there, 6 cards left. So, yeah. Anyway, that's all I got for you guys today. Thanks for watching. And if you guys have any more replays you want me to take a look at that you think are close or cool or interesting, or if you had some struggles and want to know how to proceed, feel free to send them over there and I'll look at them as I get time. But hopefully next time I'll have a close game with you guys that I played that Anthracite said he wanted to review with me. So we'll see about doing another one of those dual commentaries. But anyway, thanks for watching. See you next time.